been working with Storm recently and getting her to kind of have more manners in the house. Ooh, Storm, your nails into the cup. Come on. Go potty. Go potty. Potty. Go potty. Go potty. Shh, leave it. Go potty. Put toys down till she got distracted. Good. Probably don't want to watch her poop, but we've been training her to go potty on command. And as Lycan gets older, we'll train him and Stripes as well. But it just really helps. Like, I don't like to stand outside for that long. I'll let them out and play, obviously, but whoa, you have the zoomies, mama. Who has the zoomies? Yeah, I just like to train them to go potty on command because, like, sometimes it's like raining or like sometimes it's an emergency. You really have to get going somewhere, but you want them to go potty. And so from the time they're like really little, I really make sure I like emphasize the potty command. And I mean, Storm's picked it up. Like, she's really picked it up. Lycan's pretty good about it too. He's just more like hyper, so he gets distracted easily, a lot more easily than she does. But I'll come out here and tell her to go potty. She'll go poop or pee immediately. I don't think she has to pee right now, but we'll see. Down. Sit. Why is that itching you so much today? You just put it on. You want to play for a bit? See, look, Lycan's whining from inside because he's a jealous boy and nobody else is allowed to play except for him. Good girl. Good girl, you play for a bit, okay, mama? The Storm will like let us know when she's ready to come in because she can actually open the door herself. So she'll just open the door and she'll go back into her crate whenever she's ready to come in. She's playing right now a little bit. Which, like, mind you, like when my son was really little and like he would take a lot of naps, like probably like under really 1, it was like helpful for her to like open the door by herself because all I had to do was like come back and close it. But now it's kind of like annoying. So we've been like trying to train her out of it a little bit, but honestly it's really not working. Like, that's kind of hard to train them to stop doing. Now a lot of times she'll know that like I don't want her just like bolting in, so she'll open the door and she'll just sit there and wait for me to come and like tell her basically it's okay to come in, which that I'm fine with. But we just kind of got to make sure that my son's like not in the area of the swinging door because it does open towards the inside of the house. Just don't want him to get knocked over or anything like that. And then also too, if it's raining outside, I'll like put a towel down right there by the door and she'll open the door and go under the towel and then she won't move anywhere until I make sure her feet are clean. So she's actually, I would say she's the most trained out of the 3 at the moment. We're working on getting the other ones there. Stripes, we pretty much have to start like completely from basics with her. It's a little bit harder because she is older. Like I said, Lycan listens really, really well. But he's just so hyper that like that initial excitement, just like he gets very distracted. No, sir. No, sir. You're moving around too much. Good boy. Thank you. Come in, Storm. Look what y'all did. Made money everywhere. Come on. Here. Here. Good girl. Good here. I'm gonna hang out with Mama for a bit. Huh? Watch out. Watch your door. What are you doing, Storm? What are you doing? Leave those boxes alone. Good girl. I'll leave it. Good girl. That same week, though, right before we all got sick, I had taken Storm to the vet because she was like nearing the end of her heat cycle and she was getting like these bumps around her back. Storm, stop. Stop that. Hey, what's on your face? Dirty face. Sit. Good girl. She was getting these bumps on her backside and it was really just from her licking, and then like it made like an acne type situation from her licking down there so much, and it was just irritated the skin. So, and she had a little bit of discharge with that, and I took her to the vet, and like this is why it's also so important to do a little bit of research on like what the condition honestly could be before you go to the vet. And like I only take her to this vet like if it's an emergency, or like I had to take her that day because if it was anything to do with like pyo related, like that's very dangerous for the dogs. So I just really wanted to make sure that it wasn't that. I didn't think that it was because it was like during her like heat cycle, you know. So I take her, and like quite frankly, like the vet looks at her 2 seconds and he's like, oh, we have to immediately spay her. Right? And like this clinic or whatever is like really big on like spay and neuter, like that's like their thing. So like obviously they wanted to do surgery, and plus it like makes the money, right? And I'm like asking him, well, couldn't this just be from like her licking? And like only after he gives me this like insane quote, right? And then only when I got my husband on the phone does he then like be like, oh yeah, well we can start with antibiotics and, you know, just keeping the area clean. And I had been cleaning it anyways. I used like a little bit of like hydrogen peroxide solution just to get the germs off, but like I'm an idiot and I used it, and around her backside, like the hair there is like dyed a different color now because of the hydrogen peroxide, like dyed the hair, like so she has like a red behind right now. But yeah, like the first thing they wanted to do was like just rush the dog into a surgery that like quite frankly wasn't needed. So after giving her the antibiotics and just like keeping, like it completely went away. Like she clearly did not have pyo, and he kept saying like, yeah, like she just doesn't have any of the other symptoms of like having pyo. So I'm really not sure what it is, but it's like if you're not sure, then why would you just suggest like doing an extensive surgery on the dog? Like, and I even asked him, I was like, couldn't this just be vaginitis? And like he didn't want to say like yes or no because he knew he at that point that he was like in the wrong of like just suggesting such an extreme like measure to be done to her. So that was kind of a little scare, wasn't it, mama? Yeah, it was a scare. That's why like I always say like it's so important to like research some things on your own, like really know your breed, because like also too like one day we Stripes was like running and she had just like done a lot of activity, you know. We just fed her and we took her, and then they wanted to give her like a full bowl of water, and then it's like, well, I don't want her drinking all that water because she'll get bloat. And then they like realize, but it's like you would think that like people working in a vet's office would know a little bit more about like things that can happen with different types of dogs. Like I don't know, but like it's important to know, like, and especially with this breed, because I feel like they're just now gaining like a huge influx of popularity, and they're not really familiar. Like maybe your vet has seen like one or two, you know, but now they're obviously going to start seeing a lot more because it is getting really popular. But you just got to know like certain things, and because at the end of the day, we have to be an advocate for our animals. Storm, out of the pantry, please, mama. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. And like, yes, like your vet did go to vet school. They do know what they're doing. And it's not good to be like the Dr. Google, but I will tell you, like, Dr. Googling has saved me a lot of like headaches and vet bills. It saved me a lot of headaches, even with stuff that I've been experiencing, of like how to explain the condition, or like how to explain really the symptoms I'm feeling and things like that. So yeah, do your research. I mean, even if you're wrong, like so what? They can explain to you like why that's not the condition. But when you're coming with concerns, it's better to have like maybe like a general idea of like asking a question of like, could it be this, you know? Sorry, y'all, totally didn't get that whole story, whatever I filmed in one day, but we're back and I'll kind of continue it. But yeah, it's like really hard to find a really good vet. And I just feel like the reviews are so like, just kind of like all over the place. Like with a lot of, like there's so many vets in our area where we're at, but it's like the reviews are so scattered. Like either people are having really good experiences, or it's like really like, hell's going on with my eyebrow? Really like crazy stuff going on. And I think like if you live in an area like that you got your dog from, that like your breeder also lives in, like ask them like what vet do they use, like why do they use that vet, like because I'm pretty sure like they've probably been to a few, you know, and like figured it out. Like I know just in our family we've been through so much. Like I know my mother-in-law goes to like actually 2 different vets because one is better with her Corso than, you know, the other vet that she was previously going to. So I think you just kind of find a vet for you and for your dogs, and even if that means taking them to different vets. And I know like too, like I get it, I do, like a lot of vets like hate breeders, and that's like a whole thing, and they like why are you keeping a dog unneutered? You know, they have like questions. Like, it's fine for them to have questions and stuff, but it's like, not all of us are bad. Like, some of us actually are here to do what's best for our dogs and like, you know, take care of them and really want to create like great offspring from them. And I don't know. It is just kind of sad, like with as many scams and like just shiesty operations going on that, you know, we all kind of get like a bad rap, but it is what it is. And I just got to find out what works best for us here. And now we found like a really good place that we take him to. I trust that vet, and I'm just glad I'm like really not searching anymore. I hope they never retire. Huh, you don't want your vet to retire? No, she's a good lady. Is she good? Yeah, she's good, Storm. And then like what just kind of gets me about that whole thing, it's like they hate breeders because they feel like breeders are like breeding the dogs like just for money making scam. But it's like you're running like a scam as well, honey. Like you're telling people that their dogs need something, like, and this is like the second time that that's happened at that vet, like with just dogs from our household. Is like the one time they told us that Storm had coccidia when she didn't, and they like gave us the wrong test result. Then they had some random dog named Rusty on our account for like 6 months. And like, mind you, like I said, I don't take them there often, like only when there's an emergency, because sometimes they pretty much have appointments pretty quickly there. There's a lot of, I think there's like a couple different vets that work there. And because it's like really right across the street, like I could walk there really if I wanted to. But yeah, they suck. They really, really suck. So if you're taking your dog to Penny Paws, you know, I would question that. And, you know, make a different decision. I know that it's like a franchise, so there's different locations. The one by us may just suck, but like my mother-in-law used to go to the one in Arlington, and she didn't really like it either. So we stopped taking her dogs there as well. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.